Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome to my channel Natural Biology. This is Shankar sir. And today we are going to discuss about the chapter Animal Kingdom from the first year. Okay, first year zoology or first year biology. That is chapter 4 Animal Kingdom from the NCERT. Okay, so here I have directly selected the topic, that is porifera. Okay, some basic concepts are there, levels of organization, symmetry, coelom. Okay, that will be explained later. So we will directly go with the phylum porifera. Okay, and this is a video which I am making. Okay, based on a lot of observations and a lot of gathering the data also. Okay, so like there are many videos on this concept, phylum porifera, but which are important for the NCERT, which are important for the NEET point of view, how many points we have to cover, and what are the tricks to remember. Okay, I have watched many videos to collect the different types of tricks. There are n number of videos, but the whole information, okay, the content and some tricks, so everything will be mixed here. It is like a remix video. Okay, right, so hope you will enjoy and you will learn many things here. Okay, so without late we will start the class. Then come to phylum porifera. Okay, porifera. So phylum porifera, the word porifera is derived from a Greek language. From which language? The origin of the word also important. Okay, so from which language it has taken, that is also important. In Greek language, por means pores. Okay, or pori, nothing but pores. Fere means to bear. So having pores on their body. So for example, this is a poriferan sponge, commonly called sponges. So they have many pores on their body, like a sponge. Okay, like a sponge. The sponge which is used to plaster the wall. Na? So such type of plasters, such type of sponges are these type of organisms. Okay, means these are resemble like sponges. Okay, sponge duster. You have idea about the sponge duster. Okay, they have pores on their body, right? If we talk about the little history of these poriferans, before the poriferans, okay, as we know that Robert Whittaker classification, he classified all the organisms on this earth into 5 kingdoms: Monera, Protista, and Animalia, Plantae, Fungi. Okay, so protozoans have somewhat relationship with these animals. Okay, the protozoa, special type of protozoans called choanoflagellates. Choanoflagellata is a class in protozoa like amoeba, paramecium, euglena. So one type of organisms in the protozoans, choanoflagellates. So one organism, it is called Proterospongia. So Proterospongia have some characteristic features like the poriferans. Okay, hence these Proterospongia are the complete class. Okay, Choanoflagellata is connecting link between the protozoans and poriferans. Okay, what we call it is a connecting link. Okay, you may be asked a question. So you will get a question. What is the connecting link between the protozoans and poriferans? So the direct answer, what is the answer? Proterospongia or choanoflagellates. Clear? And the term porifera given by Robert Grant. Okay, Robert E. Grant, 1836. He proposed the term porifera, the word porifera given by Robert Grant. Okay, and its animal nature. These are the animals. So that was given by Ellis. Okay, Ellis is the scientist name who given the animal nature, who established the animal nature of poriferans. Earlier it was placed in the protozoans. Later he separated. No, this is the poriferans. These are resemble like the animals, some characters like they are multicellular, okay, heterotrophs, they are eukaryotes, hence they are placed in the special phylum called porifera. Okay, so the animal nature of poriferans given by or established by Ellis. Okay, that is enough. No need of this scientist name. Only Robert Grant we have to remember because it is mentioned in the NCERT. Okay, so no need to remember about this Ellis. So poriferans are commonly called sponges. Okay, so there are nearly 9,000 species are identified till now in the porifera. Okay, let us talk some general characteristic features of these poriferans. Okay, right. Here I told you some tricks in this word porifera word. We will have some tricks to remember. P stands for porous. They have pores on their body. Okay, what is this? This is a P stand for poriferans. They have pores on their body. Clear? Right. Come to their habitat, where they live, where we can find these poriferans. Okay, mostly these are available in the marine water. Okay, mostly these are marine forms like Cycon, Leucosolenia are the marine forms, and few are freshwater sponges. Okay, like Spongilla, Potamelipida, Spongilla and Potamelipidae. So these are the two classes. Okay, are freshwater sponges. Okay, we have to remember which among the following is the freshwater sponge. Spongillidae, Potamelipidae, and both you will get the options. Okay, right. We have to remember freshwater sponges are Spongillidae or Spongilla, Potamelipidae. Okay, right. Come to the level of organization. Level of organization. What are the organs are present in the poriferans? Do really poriferans are organs? Having the organs, having organ systems? At what is the level? What they have inside the body? As we know that every living organism made up of cells. Cells together form tissues. Tissues into organs. Organs into organ system. What level it is having? Whether really it is having tissues or not. Okay, that is the point called organ level of organization. They have only cellular level of organization. Okay, so cells are present, different cells are present, different types of cells are present, but they are not grouped into the tissues. No formation of tissues. Okay, they have only organ level of organization. Okay, right. If we see this one organism, porifera, they are sponges. Okay, before going to learn, we will complete this one. Symmetry. They are asymmetrical. Symmetry is not possible. Almost all the poriferans. Okay, symmetry is not possible. But this Leucosolenia shows radially symmetry. In all poriferans, symmetry is not possible. But this type of organisms called Leucosolenia, we can see radial symmetry. Okay, symmetry is nothing but the having the equal mirror halves or equal halves. If any principal axis pass through the organism, it can be divided into two equal halves. So we cannot divide these organisms. We cannot get the two organisms. And you doesn't mean that, sir, here you can draw a principal axis, we can divide into two poriferans. Not like that. Okay. So if you pass any principal axis, we cannot get the two equal halves in the poriferans. That is why it is called asymmetrical. Any term in the zoology, if we are getting A before the word, asymmetry. Okay, this is a asymmetrical. Symmetry is absent. Okay, acoelomate. Coelom is absent. Okay, and any word, whatever it is. Okay, A or N, if you are getting, that is not there. Okay, right. So symmetry is not possible, asymmetrical, but few are radially symmetrical. Right. Come to the body wall. Its structure we will discuss. Okay. How the structure is made, what are the things are present, how cells are arranged, that is nothing but body wall. Just a minute. Right. Come to the body wall. We can see body wall is made up of two layers. Okay, two layers. So the outer layer, here I am writing. Okay, Here come to this. This is the body wall. This is the body wall. This is the outer layer. Okay. This outer layer is made up of a special type of cells. Which type of cells? Like flawed cells. The outer layer is made up of a flawed type of cells. These flawed type of cells are called here. These are the cells. These cells are pinacocytes. What are these? Pinacocytes are the outer cells which make a line or the layer. So when all pinacocytes form a layer, then the layer is called pinacoderm. Pinacoderm. Okay, and outer area. This is the outer. This outer area also contains oval shaped cells called porocytes. Which cells? Porocytes are oval shaped cells. Pinacocytes are flat shaped. In between there are oval shaped cells also present. These are called porocytes. The opening of the porocytes, here there is a small hole. The hole is called ostia. What is that? Ostia. And these are the pores. These are the pores present over the body surface. Hence the name called porifera. Okay, right. So outer layer of the body is made up of pinacocytes and porocytes. In between the ostia are present. So through the ostia everything, water enters into the body. Okay, right. Come to the inner line. This is the inner line. The inner line here. I will draw here. Right. The inner line. This is the inner line is made up of choanocytes. Which type of cells? Choanocytes. Very important. Choanocytes. Presence of choanocyte is the characteristic feature of poriferans. It is a unique feature to the poriferans. Okay. Presence of choanocytes. These choanocytes also called as collar cells. Collar cells. Okay. If we take one choanocyte, here these are flagellated, having the flagella. One base will be, and it is a collar-like shape. Base and collar and a flagella. Hence these complete cells are arranged in the inner lining and they are called choanocytes. This was discovered by H.J. Clark. Who discovered the choanocytes? H.J. Clark. No need to remember this scientist name. Okay, just remember choanocytes make the inner lining. Inner lining is called choanoderm. Choanoderm, or we can also call it as gastroderm or gastral layer. Gastral layer, gastroderm. But special layer which is formed, the name choanocytes is a special characteristic feature. Hence we can call it choanoderm. Okay, so this is the inner layer is called choanoderm. Right? This choanoderm is leaving a space inside the body. This space or this cavity is called spongiocele. Okay, so they leaving a space. There is a cavity called spongiocele. Spongiocele is not a true body cavity. It is not a coelom. We can see coelom in the Annelida, Arthropoda, mollusca. A true body cavity lined by mesoderm. But it is not lined by mesoderm here. It is just lined by what? Which is choanoderm. Okay, it is not formed from the mesoderm. Okay, just it is a cellular layer, choanoderm. Okay, hence just it is a spongiocele body cavity. Now this total spongiocele opens outside through one more opening. This opening is nothing but osculum. What is the opening? Osculum. So you can see how the water is entering into the sponges. First, water entry into the ostia. It enter into the ostia first. Through ostia, the canal of the porocyte, then into spongiocele. Then it is distributed every nutrients, water, everything, oxygen to all the cells. Okay, because the digestion is done by these collar cells or choanocytes. then the waste materials, okay, will be diffused out from the osculum. It is get enter. Here the entry point, ostia, canal, spongiocele, then osculum, then out. Okay, while it is entering, after the entry, the useful material get absorbed by these collar cells and they carry out digestion. So digestion nothing but intracellular digestion is occurs. Clear? And in between the outer layer and the inner layer, here a non-cellular gelatinous matrix is present, a gel-like material is present. So this is called mesohyl. What is that? Mesohyl. It is also known as mesenchyme. Okay, in between the choanodum and pinnacoderm are outer pinnacocytes, inner choanocytes are the layers. In between this green color area, a fluid filled area, gelatinous area, that is called mesohyl, also called as mesenchyme. This mesenchyme or mesohyl contain different types of cells, together called as amoebocytes. Wandering amoebocytes are present. They wander into this gel-like material. In the gel-like material, they wander throughout the body. These amoebocytes will be modified, but these amoebocytes are not secreted by this gel-like material. Either they are secreted from pinnacocytes or from the choanocytes. Okay, mostly they are developed from the choanocytes. Okay, right. This point we have to remember. Different types of amoebocytes: sclerocytes, spongocytes, archaeocytes, thesocytes, and tropocytes. These all are present here. We can see all the different colors of dots. Okay, this is the matrix. These are different types of amoebocytes. Sir, can we remember these amoebocytes names? No. Few names we have to remember. Okay. The most important thing only I have written. Again, there are different types of cells are present. Phagocytes, okay, and chromocytes, phagocytes, and different types, germ cells. Many cells are present. Many amoebocytes get modified into different types of cells. But some important points only I have written here. Okay, this have to remember. Right. Come to sclerocytes. Here, the next point we will discuss skeleton. I will talk about sclerocyte because it is related to skeleton. The skeleton is present. Okay, skeleton is present in the form of spicules. Spicules are nothing but these are the which are made up of the calcium carbonate or silica. Okay, the fibers, very strong fiber-like structures are called spicules. Okay, so skeleton is in the form of spicules. Okay, here I will write the word here, spicule. Spicules. Spicules may be made up of calcium carbonate or spicules may be made up of silica. If the spicule is made up of calcium carbonate, they are called calcareous. Calcareous spicules. And which poriferans have calcareous spicules? They are Calcarea, comes under the class Calcarea. And which spicules are made up of silica? They are called siliceous spicules. Okay, few may be siliceous spicules. So siliceous spicules are comes under here Hexatenellida. Hexatenellida. So here spicules are calcareous, spicules are siliceous. Okay, right. Here also we can see siliceous spicules, calcareous spicules, and in these classes, which type of siliceous spicules, right? And skeleton may be in the form of spongin fibers also. Okay, spongin fibers also act like a skeleton. So spongin fibers specially present in the demospongia. Okay, it is found in the demospongia. So skeleton is nothing but the structure which gives support to the body. The skeleton may be in the form of spicules or may be in the form of spongin fibers. If it is having the spicules, there are two types: calcareous spicules, siliceous spicules. Okay, spicules nothing but projections. All the spicules present in the mesohyl only. Okay, spicules are found in the mesohyl. They project out from the mesohyl. calcareous spicules, siliceous spicules, right? The calcareous spicules, siliceous spicules are derived from, formed from sclerocytes. The sclerocytes forms calcareous and siliceous spicules. Spongocytes forms spongin fibers. Okay, spongin fibers are produced from the spongocytes. Okay, right. Archaeocytes, we have to remember, these archaeocytes are totipotent cells. Totipotent. Which are totipotent? Archaeocytes are totipotent. Sir, what is totipotency? Totipotency is the ability of cell to give the entire organism. Because if we take the spongocytes cannot develop into a complete sponge. But archaeocytes can give a complete sponge. That ability is called totipotency. That totipotent cells are archaeocytes. So archaeocytes can give thisocyte, tropocyte, spongiosine, choanodon, or choanocytes, pinacocytes, everything. Everything derived from the thisocyte. What? Archaeocytes. Okay, right. Come to thisocytes. These thisocytes stores the food. Okay, they involves in storage of food, food storage, and food is transported by tropocytes. Food storage, thisocyte, food transport by tropocytes. Remember, okay, and this is about the body wall and skeleton. And this type of system where water is entered through the ostia, enters through the canals, and enter into the spongiosine, they exit by osculum. This type of transport system is called canal system. Okay, also known as aquiferous system. Canal system or aquiferous system. Okay, helps in the transportation, circulation of the materials. Right. Come to the next point, digestion. Before going to start digestion, a small second. Because high power bulbs are there, and if you on the fan, then it will disturb the voice. So that is why it is sweating. So a short, small 1 minute break is needed now. Right. Okay. Let's start. So how digestion occurs in the poriferans? Okay. Digestion, generally these poriferans are filter feeders. Which type of feeders? Filter feeders or suspension feeders. Okay, just they absorb the materials. You know, flagella. The flagellas inside will create a current. Because of this current, water flow into the ostia. Okay, and the nutrient get filtered. Okay, through the cells. Okay, along the lining of the pinacoderm. So such type, where flagella also filter. The waste materials will be removed directly from the osculum. So these are called filter feeders. Okay, so they take the materials, food materials. Okay, filter feeders. And the digestion is called holozoic mode of nutrition. They take whole the food. The entire food is enter into the body. The food is going to enter into the cell. Digestion occurs inside the cell. So they are taking the food, whole food into the body. So that is called holozoic mode of nutrition. And the food digestion occurs in choanocytes. Okay. As where of the choanocytes? The inner lining here. The inner lining choanocyte, outer lining pinacocytes. So digestion occurs in the choanocyte. This can be framed as a question. In which among the following cells of the poriferan intracellular digestion takes place? Pinacocytes, choanocytes, thisocyte, tropocytes. So answer is choanocyte, right? Digestion is intracellular, occurs inside the cell. Okay, and wandering amoebocytes. Wandering amoebocytes, especially tropocytes, transport the food material to different types of cells. Okay, and food storage occurs in thisocytes, where the food is extra food, reserved food is going to store in the thisocyte. So this is important. Right. Come to the respiration. Respiration, respiratory system, excretory system, circulatory system is not developed in these organisms. Only everything is done by simple diffusion. Okay. Okay. Nervous system. neurons, sensory organs are absent, not developed. Okay, no sensory cells and no neurons. That is why no neurons are present, absent. Even though different types of cells are present, they are not together form the tissues. No formation of tissues because of this absence of neurons. Hence, cells are present. 3-4 different types of cells are present, but they are arranged in different areas. This type of arrangement is called loose cell aggregate form. Okay, loose cell aggregate form. Okay, cells are present. Shows the cellular level of organization. Okay, different types of cells are present but not formed into tissues. That arrangement is called loose cell aggregate form. So, loose cell aggregate form found in which among the following phylum? Porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes. Answer is Porifera. You playing jokes, because you are telling the questions are related to Porifera, then you are taking the options of other phyla. We can answer easily. Yeah, now we can answer because everything on the board. But once we erase, then we go with the bits practice, then the confusion will be start. Okay, right. Come to the reproduction. Poriferans can undergo both type of reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction in the form of fragmentation and budding. Okay, budding also through gemma formation. Okay, gemmules. The reproductive, asexual reproductive bodies are called gemmules. Okay, if the option having fragmentation, budding, option B is gemmules, then we go with the fragmentation and budding. Okay, right. Sexual mode of reproduction by fusion of gametes. Okay, fusion of gametes. Male and female parts are present on the same organism, hence they are called hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodites are nothing but monoecious. Okay, sexes are not separated. Hermaphrodites. No male and no female. Okay, bye. Right, such type of organisms. Okay, right. And fertilization is cross fertilization. Remember here, not self fertilization. Even though they have the same organs on the same body, but they prefers cross fertilization. This is important. Okay, this fertilization occurs in the mesohyle because the germ cells are present in the mesohyle. Then the fertilization also occurs in the mesohyle. Right. Development, holoblastic cleavage. If the cell is, it is completely divided into two cells. Whole cell is going to divide, split. That is called holoblastic cleavage. And indirect development. Direct development means giving birth to young ones. Indirect development means laying the eggs, eggs convert into larva, or larva into pupa, pupa into adult. This is called indirect development. Okay, so here larval stages are present, hence the development is indirect development. Larva names we have to remember. Okay, Coeloblastula, Amphiblastula, Parenchyma, Trichimella. Coeloblastula, Amphiblastula, Parenchyma and Trichimella, these are the larvae. Okay, larva of poriferans. Till now we have discussed about the general characteristic features of phylum Porifera. Okay, right. Come to, sir, what are the tricks to remember? Okay, because definitely tricks are very important. Till now we have the word itself, we have, it gives some tricks to us. Porifera have pores on their body. O with presence of ostia, presence of osculum. Ostia and osculum are present. This is the characteristic features of poriferans. Okay, right. Reproduction, asexual and sexual type of reproduction, and the term porifera also given by Robert Grant. So this remember, Robert Grant given the term, and reproduction is asexual and sexual. Okay, then I stand with intracellular digestion, indirect development. Okay, what is that? Indirect development. If we talk about their digestion, intracellular digestion and indirect development, okay, these are the clues. Come to I is completed na? F. Okay, F stand for, what is there here F to remember? Okay, we'll see what F is there. Fertilization. Which type of fertilization takes place? Okay, here cross fertilization. Cross fertilization. Okay, we can remember the F with the fertilization, cross fertilization. There is no any other clues to remember about the F. Come to the E. Okay, what is E? Extra. What we get with the E here? So search. Use spongia. Use spongia, we get one example, Euplectella. This remember. Euplectella. E stand for Euplectella. Use spongia. Okay, two examples we can remember. Euplectella and Euspongia. Okay, and Ellis, scientist name also. So Ellis, given the nature of the animal nature of the poriferans, Euspongia, Euplectella are example for here. Okay, come. One more R. One R for Robert Grant and one R for reproduction. And come to A. A is nothing but absent. Asymmetrical. What is that? Asymmetrical. Okay, symmetry is absent. Asymmetrical organism. So if you remember this word porifera, the word itself also gives some clues. Come to the important point. This is enough for the NCERT. Because some examples are important, but from state level, different types of state preparation will be, the syllabus in the state level will be different. Okay, so that is why the porifera phylum further divided, further classified into class level. Phylum porifera into categorized into three classes: Calcarea, Hexatinellida, Demospongia. Examples comes under here Leucosolinea and Scypha. Scypha example Sycon and Grantia. Leucosolinea, Scypha, also known as Sycon, Grantia are examples comes under Calcarea. Okay. Hexatinellida, Euplectella, Venus flower basket. Very important. Very important. Expected NEET question. Euplectella, Venus flower basket, common name, because in the Japan wedding ceremonies, this Venus flower basket can be given as a gift. Okay, so that is why it is called Venus flower basket. Okay, where? In Japan. Euplectella. Okay, remember. Hyalonema is called glass rope sponge. Okay, their body look like a glass and they are like a thread. Glass rope sponge. And come to Demospongia. Spongilla. Okay, these are the freshwater sponges. Euspongia, bath sponges, Cleona, boring sponges, Chalina, dead man's finger. This is also important. Okay, Chalina, dead man's finger. Dead man's finger, Chalina. So these examples, however, we have to remember. Once you practice, definitely you will remember. Most important, Euplectella and Chalina. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. Okay, the complete view of the porifera. Okay, definitely in the front, in the front of video, I will keep the entire information as it is. Okay, don't worry to take the screenshot and support my channel. Okay, support my channel, encourage the young talent. Okay, thereby even country needs such type of young. Okay, and it may help full to other students, many students throughout the country. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you are watching for the first time, please subscribe my channel, support my channel, keep liking and inform to your friends. Okay, share the knowledge. Thank you once again.